Gamers, it's time for another reaction video. This time from not Mount Payne or Decino. Um, so, quick anecdote. Last night, today, to date this, is June 22nd. So, the night of June 21st, I guess the morning, because that was when I watched it. It's technically today, I guess, in quotes. Anyway, the night before this, I got recommended... for those who don't know, I'm a huge Final Fantasy fan. I got recommended the Final Fantasy Iceberg Explained video from a channel named Maker. Never heard of them before that moment. Watched the whole thing. Thought it was really good. So there were some I think there was some false information in there, but it was still a very good watch nonetheless. And today I just found out that there is a Doom Iceberg Explained. And I watched about 30 seconds, and I saw something, and I was like, okay, I need to see if I can reach out to Maker, and I want to see if they'll let me do a reaction video to this. And I got the thumbs up, so we're gonna do it. So, obviously, like I just said, Maker's given me consent to make this video. If you've not seen the original, please turn this off, go give them your first view, and come back here, and we'll watch this together. Now, I need to set up OBS to, here we go. Do that. Alright. The Doom Iceberg Explained. What have you got for me, Maker?
This video is sponsored by Sakurako and Tokyo Treat.
Dude, you think I could get my videos sponsored by, like, Toyota or something? That'd be awesome. Anyway.
Known for its highly engaging gameplay and perfectly crafted music, this series has been a staple in every gaming generation ever since its original release in 1995. It has been ported...
That's the thing that I saw that made me think, wait a second. So, I know where they're getting 1995 from. That's the release of Ultimate Doom, but that's not the original release of Doom. Doom came out in 1993. That's a very minor thing, but there is a difference. Ultimate Doom did come out... when they're talking about the original release, I assume they're talking about Ultimate Doom. But that's not the original version of the game. That would be 1993.
Numerous times due to the demand and overall success of the series, to the point where it's customary to ask if any system can run it, even a calculator.
True.
This is the Doom Iceberg.
Dude, I got emotional when I first heard the song in Doom Eternal. Oh, it's gone. Okay.
Doom Guy's real name.
Flynn Taggart, right?
Despite always going by the nickname Doom Guy, or simply The Marine, because he was never given a name in the games, the protagonist was given the name Flynn Fly Taggart in the novelization of the series.
Alright, I thought so.
His story diverged from the game's storylines in the end. By the end of the series, there are two Flynn Taggarts. The original and the replica of his consciousness trapped in a simulator, forced to relive the events of Doom 1 and 2. Although he occasionally removes his helmet, Flynn's appearance in the Doom novels is identical to that of the original Doom games.
Hell yeah. I didn't know that.
Original Doom was a tie-in to Alien.
I thought so, yeah.
The game was originally intended to be a tie-in to the Alien franchise. Negotiations with 20th Century Fox didn't work out, since id Software demanded complete creative control.
Oh,
instead, they drew inspiration.
Yeah, I wonder why that failed. Yeah, really.
From the film and the Evil Dead franchise for the chainsaw and shotgun weapons, and abandoned the Alien theme in favor of a Demons from Hell on Mars theme.
Which was from a D&D campaign.
Doom name origin.
It's from The Color of Money.
The term Doom comes from the passage in the movie The Color of Money, according to John Carmack. Vincent Lauria, played by Tom Cruise, shows up at a pool hall with a custom pool cue in the film. Someone inquires, "What do you have in here?" With a confident grin, Vincent responds, Doom.
Yep.
Mystery of the song.
Oh boy, alright, I'll see what we got.
The song Breath of Horror, which plays during Map 09, Deimos Anomaly in the PlayStation edition of the original Doom, has many slowed down voices muttering something nonsensical. When you speed up the song, you'll notice it's actually multiple slightly altered copies of the same sound clip of a few individuals singing what sounds like Danny 1, Hey, and noises in the background that fans have speculated sounded like a ping pong match.
Hey.
In a 2010
Okay.
Game Scares interview with the PlayStation version's composer, Aubrey Hodges, he was queried about the clip's origin and said, "I did borrow a spoken sentence from a prior game in that piece, but I cannot confirm or deny its specific content."
Uh-huh.
John Romero Jab.
Okay.
The boss in Doom
Oh,
2's last level, Icon of Sin, is supposed to resemble a huge demon head missing a piece in its forehead. "You must murder me, John Romero, to win the game," it says, warped and reversed to seem like a demonic
To win the game, you must kill me, John Romero, but that's a very minor nitpick.
chant.
The message gets across either way.
Win the game.
Oh, perfect. See?
Kill me, John.
The no-clip trick can be used to enter the boss and see Romero's decapitated head skewered on a post. The Doom series was created by John Romero.
I assume it was blurred for just YouTube's bullshit's sake.
Romero was disliked by the staff because of his pompous demeanor. They decided...
What? Wait, is that true? Is that true? Hold on a minute.
Romero was disliked on a post. The Doom series was created by John Romero. Romero was disliked by the staff because of his pompous demeanor. They...
I don't think I can't see. Here's the thing. Here's my issue with reacting to these kinds of videos. I can't confirm or deny if that's true, and I can't speculate for or against it. That's something I've never heard before from any other video I've seen, but that also sounds like that could be true. Is the thing that sounds like what could have happened? Isn't that why he was let go from id during Quake or something? I don't know. It sounds like it could be true, but I've never heard that before.
They decided to make him the ultimate boss in order to reclaim him.
Yeah, I thought they just made it for a joke. I didn't know there was disdain behind it. I'm pretty sure it was just they made it for a joke.
3DO complications.
Oh God, here we go.
Because of the limits of the hardware and misinformation from the publisher, the 3DO adaptation of the game was largely regarded as one of the worst.
Well, there wasn't misinformation from the developer. He just lied. He just outright lied.
The game's publisher, Art Data Interactive, told Rebecca Heineman, who worked on the conversion, that the version already had additional stages, weaponry, and features, and simply needed to be finished before she agreed to work on it. This was because they believed that porting the game from one platform to another and compiling the code would be straightforward enough, while adding weaponry would be as simple as inserting artwork. Heineman had to start over from the beginning in August 1995 with a deadline of October. She couldn't port the original music because she did not have enough time, so she had to record new tracks with the band hired by the publisher. Because the system could not handle logos, Heineman had to develop specific programs for the 3DO and Logicware in-game logos, and then wipe them from memory. Due to the platform's 3D restrictions, the game's floors and ceilings were created via software rendering. Heineman released the source code for the port in 2014 on GitHub.
And I haven't. That's not something I've really deep dived a whole lot, but I think that's, given the time restraints. Yeah, it's still not a good port objectively. It's not like it's Rebecca's fault. I mean, literally, like I said, from what I saw, it's more than just they had misinformation. They just outright lied about how far along they were. And see, and I'm saying that like they did it with malicious intent. If this is true, then they probably have no idea what they were doing as a game company, and they were getting Rebecca's help because they thought, yeah, it'll take, it'll take no time at all to finish it up. But it's like, no, you hired me to do all of this, but it's like all the stuff you want. It's not, you can't just, you don't just put in artwork and you have a new weapon. No, there has to be logic with the new weapons. It's not that simple. It's not that simple. You can't do that. All things considered, with the short time restrictions, it's impressive from that perspective, but it's still, god damn, Jesus Christ, 3DO. And it talked itself up so highly, too, as a console. But, like, Jesus. I'm getting off of that. Like, I before I talk out of my ass more, you know? I don't, it's not a topic I know a lot about, because I didn't really watch anything on the 3DO port. I probably will. I probably need to, but...
Markiplier Easter
Oh, yeah, I know about this.
A book named How to Comb Your Mustache by Clifton M. Fishbach, the father of YouTuber Markiplier, who died of lung cancer, may be found on the bookshelf in the Fortress of Doom.
I haven't gotten any at all. Hey, bud. Punch. Oh, wait, is it here? Guys, I have something to tell you. The developers of this game, they gave me a little bit of a surprise.
Because Mark Fishbach mentioned that his father got him into the first game in the series, the creators placed his name as an Easter egg in the game.
And I think that's really, really cool. I didn't notice that when I played through. I looked at the bookshelf and everything. I just didn't make the connection that was Markiplier's father. But I think that's really cool that they did that. I think Doom Eternal has its flaws. It absolutely does have flaws and drawbacks. But I think as a whole, as a fan service experience, I think it's extremely good.
Up. In Doom 2016, the Slayer gives a thumbs up before fully sinking in the lava death animation.
I haven't seen that. That's a Terminator
reference
reference,
to
isn't
the
it?
Terminator 2 Judgment Day conclusion from 1991. Doom Eternal features the animation as well.
I have not seen
Doom
Terminator 2.
Guy in Smash.
I haven't seen either.
Kinda.
Oh,
For
wait.
years, Doom Guy had been one of the most requested characters for the Smash Bros. Franchise. For the longest time, it seemed like Nintendo wasn't going to budge on the matter. However, on October 5th, 2021, to the dismay of the community, a Me Gunner DLC outfit based on the Doom Slayer was released.
Oh my god, an outfit.
And it became available for purchase on October 18th, 2012, as part of round number 11. The Me costume is inspired by the Slayer's most recent appearance in Doom Eternal and includes the Doom pistol. On Port Town Arrow Dive, the Slayer walks up to a red Bowser and shoots him with a charge blast in the first scene of his reveal video. The charge blast is a stand-in for the BFG 9000, a big and powerful plasma-based weapon from the Doom franchise. And the red Bowser depicts a Baron of Hell.
Okay.
The first-person perspective of this scene references how the franchise codified the first-person genre.
Yeah, I'm not really much of a Smash player, so I don't give a shit, but it's like imagine I'll make this relevant for me. So let's go back a couple of years, and you're hyping up Sephiroth, right? And it's like I hope someday they add Sephiroth to Smash, and they announce that some random Fire Emblem character, because I know there's like 8,000 sword users from Fire Emblem in Smash, that one of them just gets a Sephiroth costume. It's like, okay, what the fuck? I wanted to play as Sephiroth. I didn't want to fucking play as somebody who looks like Sephiroth, So I guess I get that. Imagine being really excited for Doom Guy, and it's just a costume for some other character you don't like to play, That would just suck. That would just ruin it.
Doom press release differences.
Okay.
The BFG 9000 had a significantly different firing sprite and movement in the Doom press release beta,
It did.
which was released in October 1993. Multiple red and green plasma spheres erupted in the animation. This was later altered to relieve computer strain at the time. I'm pleased to announce the continuation
there's a pet in the back!
The authentic Japanese snacks.
Alright, so I'm gonna skip this, unfortunately, but I'm a big fan of if you're watching this, I'm a big fan of your pet back here. I believe that's a dog. I can't tell, believe it or not. The box is in the way. But hey, if you like tea, Sakuraka. Ah! Okay, no, we're watching this for a
To
second.
bring together those that
Yeah!
to me and share an experience if we weren't
Hell yeah, dude.
Japanese experiences. Once again, a gigantic shout out to
That looks like a weed
Sakurako
cookie.
and Tokyo Treat. You've been wonderful. And now, back to the video.
Okay.
Doom 2005 movie. There was a science fiction horror film released in 2005
there was.
that was based on the video game Doom 3. It was released in North America on October 21st.
See, that's your issue with this movie, is you based it on Doom 3. I know he's probably crouched down, but he looks so fucking tiny, dude. It's so funny.
2005, and in the UK on December 2nd, 2005. The movie is more akin to the horror game Doom 3 than the original action games Doom and Doom 2 in terms of style.
Okay, you didn't really talk about it, but yeah, the movie I've heard not great things about. Because here's the issue, and here's why I think I tend to go in. This is why I tend to think a little more positive or a little more neutral on things like this. I think when they announced a Doom movie, full disclaimer, when this came out, I was like 7. Or 6. I was 6. When you hear a Doom movie's coming out, you're expecting it to be based on the original, not, a remake, right? I think they were jumping the gun a little bit, basing it on Doom 3, a game which in itself already receives generally mixed reviews. So, of course, with the liberties you have to take in a remake that's already taking liberties from the original game, it's not going to be good. But I think if you watch it on its own, going in knowing it's a survival horror experience, knowing it's something different, I think that can give a little more positive, reception from it, I thought it was, if I watched it now, I'd probably shit all over it, but I thought it was pretty good. I think The Rock being Sarge was pretty cool. I like the ending fight. I haven't watched the movie in like 7 years, so I don't really remember a whole lot of it, but... Oh yeah, the second movie! Oh god, what was that called? Wasn't that like awful?
Second movie. Universal Pictures
Doom Annihilation.
Entertainment's Doom Annihilation is a 2019 science fiction horror film. It is a reboot and has nothing to do with the original film. Due to the production crew's choice to spend additional time working on the CGI effects for the Hell environment, the film was originally scheduled to be released in May of 2019, but it fell back to fall of 2019.
Haha, I had to fall back.
Cacodemon Origins.
It's from D&D.
Cacodemon's original appearance is comparable to that of Beholder, a famous Dungeons & Dragons monster with a similar one-eyed appearance, with eye stalks instead of horns. Furthermore, the Cacodemon was formed from a cropping of a creature that appears on the cover of the D&D supplemental book Manual of the Planes.
That is true.
An astral dreadnought is the name of the creature, which was invented by Jeff Easley specifically for that book.
That's a cool name, by the way, Astral Dreadnought.
Bill Gates almost bought Doom. Doom was claimed to have been installed on more computers than Microsoft's own Windows 5 in 1995. This prompted Bill Gates to contemplate purchasing id Software in order to secure the Doom trademark. This prompted the creation of a Windows 95 port of the game in order to showcase Windows 95 as a gaming platform.
Which sucked!
Bill Gates even made a special presentation where he put himself inside of Doom and announced that not only would the game come to Windows 95, but by the end of the year, 75 other games would also be available.
Now, whether or not that's true, I will say that ad... It didn't play like a commercial or an advertisement. It played like something you'd see at like a gaming conference. It went on for like 15 minutes. I don't think it was necessary. I don't think it needed to go on for that long. I think you could have condensed it a lot more. Also, these games are getting really realistic. I know it was 1995. I know it was 1995. But no. No, they were not. Even now. No, they are not. Believe me, they're not. Cyberpunk is the closest thing, I think, to reality. And no, they are not getting realistic. Believe me. I played Doom 95. It wasn't good. I watched a whole analysis of playing Doom 95 on Windows 95. It's not good. Oh, man. It barely, like, if you wanted to just play, it was okay, I guess, but, like, if you tried to use, like, map marks, or if you tried to record demos, it would never work. It was not great. It was terrible.
Commander Keen.
I've never played this, but...
2016, in a cave where you receive the chain gun in level 6, there will be a skeleton head on a spike wearing a football helmet. The football helmet itself resembles the one worn by Commander Keen, id Software created both Doom and Commander Keen.
That is true.
Get Good.
What the fuck?
Shoot It Until It Dies is one
Oh,
of the
yeah.
game's trophies / achievements, which
Slash
you earn
memes.
after slaying the Cyber Demon at the end of the Lazarus Labs chapter. This award is a
Okay, I think. Okay. Okay.
nod to Andrew Linguica Stein, co-founder of Doom World.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Sorry, it's a very, very, very easy name to mispronounce. I just think it's always really funny when it gets mispronounced. I was thrown off because he's mentioned Lazarus Labs, but is talking about gameplay from Ultimate Doom. Because he called it Lazarus Labs, and I was like, okay, this is most definitely the Tower of Babel. I'm looking up Lazarus Labs real quick because I just want to fact check that. I'm pretty sure that's true. That sounds right. I'm just looking it up. Yeah, okay, it is. All right, fair enough. It was the Ultimate Doom gameplay threw me off, but yeah, that's true.
And is an old April Fool's hoax. This prank has been misinterpreted as a genuine event, with some believing it originated in an issue.
Okay, sorry, I got thrown off by Lazarus Labs and then Linguisa being mispronounced. Let me see this real quick.
After slaying the Cyber Demon at the end of the Lazarus Labs chapter. This award is a nod to Andrew Linguica Stein, co-founder of Doom World, and is an old April Fool's hoax. This prank has been misinterpreted as a genuine event, with some believing it originated in an issue of GamePro magazine. Classic
Mandela
Doom
effect.
reference in Doom 3. In the third game, there are arcade cabinets scattered around the game that the player can interact with.
Okay, so sorry.
Classic Doom
Let's talk about
reference
this real quick.
in Doom 3. In the third game, there are
So here's the thing. You're saying the third game, and you're showing Doom 2016 gameplay. So this is also why I'm getting thrown off of stuff. Like with just now, he's talking about the Cyber Demon at the end of Lazarus Labs, and he's showing Ultimate Doom gameplay. This is. Yeah, there's Turbo Turkey Puncher machines in Doom 2016 as well, but he's specifically talking about the third game. So I think it's. Which game are you talking about here? You know what I mean?
arcade cabinets scattered around the game that the player can interact with.
Also, I don't think they're scattered around the game. I think they're just in the one place in Doom 3.
Super Turbo Turkey Puncher 3 is the name of the game.
Also, I can't believe I have to say this. Please do not punch turkeys. Like, ever. Animals are sacred. Please don't punch turkeys.
Players must pound a turkey until it is gibbed. The game's aesthetic
Sorry, I'm a child.
are based on the first two Doom games, with the fist sprites and the background being a door from E4M9, Fear, Doom's fourth secret level.
True.
The game's title graphic is a spoof of Street Fighter Alpha 3, and the business behind it is called Nabcon, which is a play on Capcom. When a player achieves a high score in the game, they receive a celebratory email, which also informs their protagonist that his vacation
I've actually never seen that before. That's pretty funny.
had been cut short by 2 days due to time wasting.
I'll say it again. Don't punch turkeys. Like, here I am saying don't punch turkeys, don't hurt animals, but I eat plenty of cheeseburgers and turkey on Thanksgiving.
Developer's message. Turning left near the end of Doom 3 before facing the Cyber Demon will lead to a brick with the id Software logo printed on it. When you interact with the brick, you'll be sent to a secret area where you'll find a PDA from id Software. The PDA contains messages from id Software staff members praising the user for finishing the game.
I wish more games did that these days. Probably more do it than I'm thinking, but I wish even more did it. I always love stuff like that.
Secret levels.
Alright, I'm excited for this
Doom
one.
2 contains 2 levels that pay homage to prior id games. The first secret level, dubbed Wolfenstein, is modeled on Wolfenstein 3D's initial map.
True.
The second secret map, titled Gross, is a reference to Hans Gross, the first boss in Wolfenstein 3D. It's accessible by a secret exit in the level, The player must shoot 4 dangling Commander Keens and flick a switch to defeat Gross. Commander Keen is
Okay. I'm assuming you mean beat the level.
the protagonist of several id Software platformer games.
Okay, that wasn't necessarily incorrect. That was just worded extremely weirdly.
Meaning behind Eternal's name. Hugo Martin, the game's...
So if I'm gonna take a guess on where this is going, I think this is about. I think this might be referencing the fact that they said that they named the first game Doom and people called it Doom 2016, and they were gonna call Doom Eternal Doom 2, but they didn't want people to call it Doom 2 2020.
Creative
Right?
director
Is that what we're talking about here?
interpreted the word eternal as an eternal war for good and evil.
Oh, maybe
When
not.
asked what it signified in this game, it's designed to represent the fact that demons will always exist and that a slayer will always exist as well.
I mean, how well would that fucking pan out? You know what I mean? I guess that's not what they're talking about, but yeah. I'm pretty sure the real reason is they really did not want people to just call it Doom 2 2020.
God mode doesn't make you invincible.
True, it does not.
The IDDQD God mode code in the classic Doom games, Ultimate, 2, and Final, does not actually make the player immune against everything. It only protects the player from strikes that do less than 1,000 points of damage. As a result, a telefrag that deals 10,000 points of damage, as well as attacks in modified levels that deal that much damage, will still kill the player in God mode.
I didn't know it launched you when you got... Gee, I thought it just locked you in place whenever that happened, because you're technically inside of another entity. I didn't know that it fucking launches you like that. Jesus.
Fallout nod.
Okay.
If you go into the room with the guitars hanging on the wall in the Doom
Vault
ship, you'll
Dweller,
find
yeah.
several books on the shelf. One of them is named Vault Dweller's Survival Guide,
Right next to it was also To Pray or Not To Pray, which I assume is Pray.
a clear reference to Bethesda's Vault Dwellers from the Fallout gaming series. Skyrim nod.
Yes.
A tiny cave becomes accessible after the first confrontation with the Baron of Hell. A corpse with a horned helmet, as well as an arrow in its right knee, is leaning on a pillar within. A clear homage to Skyrim and the infamous NPC remark about taking an arrow to the knee.
Dude, shout out to 2011.
Hidden propaganda.
Uh-oh.
E1M4
Oh my
command
god, this
control
thing, yeah.
had a swastika design on the floor of one area in earlier versions of Doom before V14. It was placed there as a tribute to Wolfenstein 3D, according to John Romero. The same chamber was included in the alpha versions of this level, dated April 2 and May 22nd, 1993, but without the swastika design. In Doom version 1.4, the swastika was removed. Due to the game's extreme brutality, the presence of a swastika would have resulted in Doom being outlawed in Germany, not merely restricted to adults.
So I definitely can understand wanting... I can understand doing it to make sure that you can sell the game wherever you want. That's totally fair. So I have no issues necessarily with that reasoning from id Software. But to the people that are complaining... Because I'm sure there were people complaining that there was a swastika in it when this was like coming out, right? Like, it's so obviously a reference to Wolfenstein... It should not even be a fucking issue, right? I don't think they're going to be glorifying Nazis when the game they made before Doom involves them killing Nazis for 60 fucking levels. I don't think that's an issue. I think they're just referencing their game. I know that's not what he's talking about. What's the word? I'm digressing into something else, but like, yeah, so I think fixing that to sell the game in Germany, thumbs up for me, dude.
No rest for the living. A hidden message is scrawled on the walls and ceiling of a room in the first level of the Doom 2 expansion,
Really?
No Rest for the Living, which must be reached within 30 seconds after starting the game. The message reads, "The castle was here," with the term castle being a reference to Russell the Castle Meekum, one of Nerve Software's game designers.
I actually didn't know that. That's pretty cool.
Super NES hidden message.
Uh-oh.
A message saying Randy, Lyndon, Jody, Harvey appears at the bottom of the knee-deep in the dead sky texture in the Super NES port of the game. This can only be viewed if the player searches inside the ROM's graphics resources or if they use a Pro Action Replay code that allows them to walk through walls in regions with a view of the sky. A hidden note can be located within the ROM itself, which states, Randy Lyndon created the Rage/Reality engine. Jody Harvey, my wonderful wife, deserves special recognition. However, it's only found if you open the ROM file in a hex editor.
Makes sense.
Microsoft Excel 95 Easter egg.
Okay.
The Hall of Tortured Souls, a three-dimensional ray casting gaming engine designed as a homage to Doom, is an Easter egg in Microsoft Excel 95 spreadsheet tool. This Easter egg is one of the byproducts of the quote-unquote religion that allegedly arose on the Microsoft campus in the aftermath of Doom's release.
Why would you?
A wall separates part of the hall, which may be opened by typing XLKFA, a reference to the IDKFA.
Why would you?
code.
Okay.
It includes the Microsoft development team's names and photos.
Okay, here's the thing. I'm all for Easter eggs and stuff. Why would you make it... Why would you call it the Hall of Tortured Souls? Why would you make it look like that? Because here's why I'm questioning this. You, as a 3-year-old, are playing on your dad's computer, okay? You stumble upon this by accident, and you see Hall of Tortured Souls, and you see that. That would look so scary. That would terrify your child, because I guarantee you there's people out there that have that like found this that had no idea what Doom was. I guarantee you that happened. And it probably scared the fuck out of them. It would have scared me. Yeah, it would have scared me.
Rage Easter egg. The final area of the Hell Outpost level, shortly before the boss arena in Doom 3 BFG Edition's DLC, The Lost Mission, features an Easter egg that relates to id Software's previously released title, Rage. It consists of a button bearing the game's logo, which can be clicked to reveal a hidden store of weapons, health, and armor.
I didn't find that.
Revenant with a trumpet.
Oh, hell yeah, do the doot
A
doot.
revenant carrying a trumpet appears, flying upwards and then disappears while spinning at 1 hour, 6 minutes, and 6 seconds at the end of the Transistor Fist track in the official trailer of the Doom original soundtrack.
I've never seen that. That's
It's
funny.
a reference to a Revenant meme that was photoshopped with a trumpet, as shown in the video as an example, and eventually became a recurring gag for Bethesda's software known as Doot. The length of time is also an allusion to the beast's number 666. Doom on a calculator.
Oh my lord, here we go.
In Doom is a source port for the TI-inspired graphing calculators. Because it is a straight port of the original Doom engine, it supports all IWADs and PWADs created for the original executable.
I can't
The batteries
believe this.
will last about a minute and a half before running dry.
Yeah.
Despite its release almost 25 years ago, Doom is still insanely popular in today's gaming world. With Doom Eternal receiving critical acclaim and praise, there is absolutely no doubt that the Doom franchise will continue. Like and subscribe to see more videos like this.
I think classic Doom as a whole. Okay, so I think modern Doom might be kind of on a downward trend because Doom Eternal is kind of Doom. So as a whole, Doom Eternal I think is a very, very powerful game. But to the diehard fans of Doom, like the higher up you go on the skill chain, as far as player skill goes for Doom Eternal, I think the more mixed the reviews are going to be generally on average. As a whole, though, I think Doom Eternal is a massive success, but I think it's going to be on a downward trend because of the way Ancient Gods ended and the way that some of these design decisions they're making for Doom Eternal are, like, really fucking weird. Battle mode sucks! Horde mode kinda sucks! The only fun part of Doom Eternal is the gameplay, which, I mean, also cyclical. You know, you do the same thing basically every single fight. It's just, is there a Marauder? Okay, you're gonna have less fun. You know, that's basically it. It's still very fun, but it's like it's a one note kind of thing. My point with this being classic Doom in the last few years seems to be very much on the rise. With Decino and Mount Pain and Coincident and A1S. I'm naming a bunch of just the names that I know off the top of my head. There's many more I'm not mentioning because I don't know them that well. Classic Doom's in a new wave of popularity, right? So I think as one section of Doom is kind of on a downward trend, the original section, the classic section, the other section is on a rise. And I'm a big fan of that. As far as the video goes, I was hoping for some more esoteric kind of stuff, some more controversial stuff, like the textures of the guys that are hanging that are allegedly Benito Mussolini's followers. Other stuff like that, stuff more controversial, stuff that could be more debated. You know what I mean? But that was a really nice video. Actually, I was. I did like the bit about them putting John Romero in the game to kind of get back at him. Although I doubt that's true, but if it is true, that wouldn't surprise me at all. But yeah, fantastic video. All right, peace, boys.